Alrighty, guys. So, needless to say, we are basically now confirmed. And again, this was confirmed, I think it was earlier today, but again, the Dokkan producer letter, I mean, dude, it is right here. The Dual Dokkan Fest for Golden Week is going to be a first form Cell, and what I'm assuming to be a Super Saiyan Goku. Oh wait, never mind. It says it right there. Never. It's gonna be a Super Saiyan Goku slash Super Saiyan Gohan Youth, which, again, presumably is gonna be like an exchange unit where again Goku switches out, and then again it's either gonna still be a Super Saiyan Gohan, or it's then gonna go into a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So again, this was basically confirmed by the game developers of Dokkan, as you guys can see right here by the official page. Again, they have went ahead and done the producer letter, and as you guys can see, there it is, the Dual Dokkan Fest that is going to be coming for Global and JP during Golden Week. Now, with this information, again, just completely confirmed, what I wanted to go ahead and do for this video was kind of explore some ideas, as well as maybe potential units that could EZA during the celebration, because again, now that we know what units, again, they're going to be, this kind of allows us to kind of also predict what exactly could be coming during the celebration. So first of all, again, obviously it's going to be Android slash Cell Saga themed. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a couple of units that I think could potentially not only get their EZA during the celebration, but have, you know, a very good chance of doing so. But I also wanted to talk about the potential stuff that could be coming for the unit's kits. So first of all, the Goku and the Gohan unit, we already have a unit similar to that in the form of this one right here. Again, it is literally a Super Saiyan Goku slash Super Saiyan Gohan Youth, so it's literally the same name. The reason why I think it's probably gonna be just a regular Super Saiyan Gohan against the fight against Cell before he turns Super Saiyan 2 is for the sole reason that I think they are probably gonna want to save Super Saiyan 2 Gohan for like maybe another Dual Dokkan Fest, because again, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan sells extremely well. Doesn't matter what the unit is, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan always does well every single time. Every single time. Again, I would like to see them make it just Super Saiyan Gohan Youth, because if we take a look at the Super Saiyan Gohan Youths that we have, we really don't have a lot. I mean, what do we have? None of these guys count. We have this int one right here, which again is not very good. I think that's it. I mean, we have this exchange unit here as well. We have the TUR for the LR Gohan. So realistically looking at it, we really don't have a lot of Super Saiyan Gohan Youth representation, especially in the Android slash Cell Saga team, which again, it's basically the entire Celebrations theme. So for me, I would like to have them keep him be just Super Saiyan Gohan Youth. Again, a lot of people might not like that idea because again, they really want to see a new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which again, I totally understand. But for me personally, I would love for them to save that guy for like a Dokkan Fest LR, so that it has, you know, beautiful animation, so he has like an active skill, or maybe he has like some sort of like, I don't know, revive, or you know, whatever new mechanic they want to throw in with him. Again, I would much rather prefer them save that idea than to just immediately just like go ahead and like launch it in this celebration, because again, even though very easily they could do that, I would really want them to kind of not immediately throw out their big guns, because looking at Cell, and again, Cell I think is the biggest one I want to talk about, they have him as first form Cell, which immediately to me raises the question on whether or not Cell is going to be a transforming unit, because I doubt they would just drop a first form Cell without some sort of transformation or some sort of gimmick, because again, first form Cell, I mean, he's really not that popular I would actually say. I mean, he is going to be more popular than maybe some of the other units on this category, but as a unit, I really don't think First Form Cell would probably cut it as the Dokkan Fest unit. Again, I could absolutely be wrong, but I think this Cell might be a Cell that starts out as First Form, then maybe immediately transforms into Second Form, and then has some sort of active skill into Imperfect Cell, or Perfect Form Cell. So that's kind of the idea that I'm going down, because again, I think they would want to like save, what is he called? Perfect Cell, for again a dual Dokkan Fest with Gohan, Super Saiyan 2. So to me, it really wouldn't make much sense for them to do that. So again, if anything, I think the First Form Cell is going to be at bare minimum transforming to like Super Saiyan 2. And then of course he could absolutely go ahead and active skill into Perfect Form Cell. So that's kind of the idea that I'm going down. Now, with that said, again, who knows what they could do, because I mean, they could do a million things with this, with the Cell unit. I mean, they could keep him as First Form Cell, which would be very surprising in my opinion. They can make him transform into Second Form Cell, they can make him transform into Perfect Form Cell, and who knows, they could even make him transform all the way to Perfect Cell. So again, there's a lot of things that this that Dokkan could do, with again just a lot of possibilities, because again, I mean, First Form Cell is pretty much a blank slate. Again, this guy of course is a free-to-play unit. I think that's pretty much it for like First Form Cell. I mean, this is the TUR of the Prime Battle LR, so again, there's just so many options that they could do with First Form Cell. So again, very easily they set themselves up in a way that is gonna allow them to just have so many options available to them. Specifically about Cell. For the Goku and the Gohan unit, very clearly it's gonna exchange into Gohan. Whether it's Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 is yet to be seen, but I personally think they are gonna make Cell transform, or if they don't, again, I'd be more than surprised by that, and I wouldn't mind it. Now I wanted to go ahead and discuss the potential EZA units, because again, this is probably one of the most hyped things in my opinion about the celebration, is what units could they potentially EZA during the celebration. Again, many people have said that maybe this Perfect Form Cell and this Gohan would EZA. Personally, I wouldn't think that they would do that, specifically for the reason of the release date. This unit released in 2019. Again, both of these guys were a dual Dokkan Fest. In my personal opinion, I really don't think they're gonna EZA these guys, because there's so many other units, both LRs and again TURs, that really deserve an EZA more than these guys, because they're still decent nowadays. It's not like these guys are terrible. They're actually still relatively good. This Gohan is still really good in long events. Cell is not aged the best. Again, I actually would say Cell is probably the unit that gets the short end of the stick. Again, he is still, again, decent, but Cell really does rely heavily on his links to kind of carry him, because this, as you guys can tell, is really not going to cut it nowadays. Again, power creep for sure is a real thing, so as much as I love Cell, again, he's really just not gonna cut it anymore in this day of age. Again, when you get, if you can ever get him to transform into Perfect Form Cell, he is very, very good. But again, power creep is a thing, and power creep for sure has really caught up to this guy. I would argue the same thing with Gohan as well, but again, Gohan at the very least is a defensive stacker, so right there he does have utility. So again, I really don't think that they would EZA these guys, but again, they, could absolutely throw us a curveball and they could absolutely do it, but again, highly unlikely that they would go ahead and do that. Now, going into some of the other units that we could potentially see, for JP, again, they've already teased this guy getting his EZA, which of course has yet to be announced, so they could very much just go ahead and give this guy his Easy 8 on JP during the celebration. I think they might skip it, specifically because, again, to me, it really wouldn't make sense that they're going to have a dual celebration with Global and have like a LR, Prime Battle LR Easy 8 exclusive only to JP. So that doesn't really make too much sense to me. So again, this guy absolutely could of course, Easy 8, but again, for me, I find it kind of unlikely. But again, he is an absolutely banger of a candidate to go ahead and awaken during the celebration. Now, for the two LRs, in my opinion, that have the greatest chance would be this guy, as well as the LR Physical Cell. This guy in particular, I think, has the greatest chances of Easy-ing during the celebration, because again, he desperately needs it. This Physical Cell, he's really not that good anymore, and he really hasn't been that good for a while. Like, he was decent on release, but again, power creep just absolutely snuck up on this guy and killed him. It is nice that, he does things like recover HP on his 12 key, but pretty much other than that, you're really not going to be running this cell. This cell, again, is just really bad. I mean, 90% at the start, and then he gets key and attack per existing enemy. Like, that's really not that good. Again, his link set is really good, again, because he shares so much of it with the int one. Again, him getting an Easy 8 would most definitely help him. But again, he's really not that good, and again, it would really make sense with the celebration, in my opinion, to just absolutely Easy 8 him. Because he's such a blank slate of a unit, like, they could buff this and then give him some sort of maybe additionals built into his passive. He could like raise defense here, he could, raise defense here as well, or maybe stack it on his 12 key and then raise it on his 18 key. Like, there's just so many options that they could do with the cell that, again, in my opinion, makes him such a good candidate for a unit that could Easy 8. The other unit I had in mind was this 17 and 18. Now, this unit, again, did come out in 2019, and they came out in the celebration with this Cell and this Gohan. But the reason why I specifically say them instead of, again, the Cell and the Gohan is because this unit was just so garbage on release. Like, they were terrible in all the worst ways. They aged so fast and so rapidly that really it wasn't even that funny. It was actually kind of sad how badly this unit aged. They don't get any defense on their super attack effects. This is all they get. 1 key and 78% attack and defense. Like, that's not good. They support, but they don't even give defense on their support. They only give attack, which, again, is another detriment. And like this unit is just like not good. If by some miracle you're able to get Android 16 out on the rotation, like, this guy's really good. 16 is really, really good, but he still has some flaws. Mainly, he gets a lot of defense on his 12 key, but if you get his 18 key super attack, you sacrifice 6% HP. So it's really kind of counterintuitive with this 16, because he gets 6 key at the start, he gets 200% attack and defense, he has a 50% chance to crit, and then he additional super attacks if there's an Android/Cell Saga category enemy. So he has already a recipe for a very good unit, and yet they still somehow manage to screw him up. So, like, for me, it's like they really didn't even try with this unit. Like, again, this unit had so much potential. Not only that, but like, again, the condition to exchange into 16 is just absolute hell. You have to be under 66% HP, you have to have 2 or more Android category allies on the team, or you have to be fighting a Cell. Like, no one runs the Android team at all. Like, look at the Android team. Like, the Android team has gotten some buffs for sure, but no one freaking runs the Android team. So you literally almost never get to see this unit in action, like ever. And I mean ever. So again, these two units right here are my top candidates for EZAs, and really are the units that most deserve it. Some, you know, other units that could potentially EZA would be like this Mecha Freeze and King Cold. I mean, they could EZA. I really don't think that they would, but they could. Who else? Because again, most of these guys actually have EZA'd. They've already EZA'd. Again, they're too new to get an EZA. EZA. He's gonna get one after Prime Battle Vegeta. Again, you maybe as well as you, but again, I really don't think so. Again, I guess like quickly, like a speed run of the T-Wars, the Cell Juniors could EZA. I mean, this guy could EZA for all I know. He could EZA. This future Gohan could. Maybe Tien. Again, these are just kind of like Hail Mary units that I kind of want to see EZA'd, but really probably aren't. This future Gohan could EZA for all I know. Like, this team has a lot of units that could EZA, but again, just going based off of kind of like the theme with like the Cells and the Gokus and all that. Again, it's honestly a mystery, but again, for sure I want to see at least one of these guys get an EZA, because Lord knows they need it. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. You guys can let me know what you guys think of the, again, new revealed units, the first form Cell, as well as the Super Saiyan Goku / Gohan Youth. And again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.